So let's start our practice session today with warm-up. First, breathing bag. And then breath builder, before even unpacking the clarinet. Let's get the reed onto the mouthpiece and let's start practice here. I always do this little thing on the mouthpiece, like to get rid of potential dirt that might sound bad. And let's see if this reed is something that will help us today go through our practice session in a nice way with at least some dopamine feedback. I think will work. Now first I will do an exercise that I really like. I take air with the breath builder, and then with the air that I took from the breath builder, I will develop air inside to the instrument. So not and play, but last breath through the breath builder and then play with this air without breathing out or in first. It's a very good way to develop really good air inside to the instrument and to also start your practice with the correct air. There's nothing worse than not warmed up breathing pathways, and then you take a little breath and then suddenly all the tension just comes in because you're not using the correct air from the very beginning of the practice session. So this really helps if you're a person that's rather tense around the lips. Then maybe it's good to focus on taking in the better air. We go another time, same exercise, just different chromatic scale. Notice that I'm not using now a metronome, for example, for this exercise because it's not necessary. Right now, I'm looking for focusing on the air, focusing on the airflow, focusing on getting my air into the instrument in the most efficient way possible. So therefore, I want to focus 100% on this. So I will just relax when it comes to rhythm. I will just do how I feel I want to do it in order to improve the airflow in the most effective, efficient way. Now today, to warm up the tongue, I will play my favorite staccato etude, basically. Tonguing etude, it's Oud etude number 4, I believe. I know it by heart, so I will just play first couple of notes and I will really focus on blocking the air with the tongue and feeling the back pressure, the back load of air inside of the mouth cavity. Okay, one more time. Wasn't quite focused on exactly this. feel I could be a little bit more harsh with the tongue if I wanted, and to be a little bit more crisp. I will now try to do the first half of the phrase, basically legato first, and then afterwards focusing on just adding the tongue. Yeah, because tonguing is always based on a very good dense legato. And if the very good dense legato with a lot of leading air exists, we can actually just add the tongue, and usually it will just come in a good way. Actually much more hard to do it legato. One more time. This was not good from the fingers. And now one time with the air from the breath builder. And now staccato. Okay, now I noticed a bit, that my angle kind of was a little bit high, so therefore a very crisp staccato is a bit more difficult when the angle of the clarinet is too high. So I will do it one more time. I will focus on the angle going a little bit more towards me, and to feel, like the crispness of the staccato and the easiness of the tonguing go up. I'm trying to focus on anchoring the clarinet towards my upper teeth and behind my upper teeth, while pressing the clarinet upwards with my left thumb. Basically there's an upwards force plus anchoring force behind my upper teeth. By the way, I've created a mini masterclass on tonguing, on articulation, where I share literally the most important concept that I ever learned about tonguing. So if you would like to watch this mini masterclass that I've put quite a lot of effort in, please sign up in the link in the description. There's the first link will be the sign up link, and I will send the email with the link to the video right over to you, so that you can make progress just right now. Now I'll play a couple of scales just also to get this bouncy feeling of staccato in. And notice that I always focus when doing these staccato exercises. I'm not doing it for speed, but I'm doing it for clarity, so that I focus on that each note has a beginning and an end, so that each note is really, truly detached from each other. Because if we just go da 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 or ta 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 ta, we don't have an end point, yeah. So it's actually almost like détaché, which is almost like legato. But if we have tat 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 tat, yeah, there's a moment of sound and a moment of silence. So this is what I care about in articulation and in staccato, because this is what will make music, will add a lot of clarity into the music later on. Now let's start practice. Basically, we're warmed up. Let's not spend too much time on warming up. Once you're warmed up, you have to admit that you're warmed up, and then it's time to start with the repertoire. Okay, we're gonna do some Brahms third movement of the third symphony. Basically very famous clarinet solo, slow clarinet solo, but very, very tricky for auditions, basically. So the first time I will play it, I will try to play it with the air from the breath builder. So business as usual, gonna take a couple breaths through the breath builder. So I've just listened back to what I just recorded, and this is what I would also suggest to you. Yeah, while we're playing, we can't realize all of the things that we're doing wrong. We will realize much more things that are going wrong if we listen to our recording, because then our full focus is on what we can improve. If we're playing, our full focus is on tension, breathing in, fingers, what am I playing? Okay, so always recording while practicing is a really good thing. So I've listened back to what I just played, and basically, yeah, it was not bad. The mood, I think, could be a little bit more calm. So the mood wasn't calm enough for me for an audition. Also, but I was satisfied with the intonation. I was satisfied with intonation, I was satisfied with sound, and also phrasing I liked quite a lot. Two things that I noticed were that in between where I had the pauses, it was not like exactly onto the millisecond in the right time where I came again. Yeah, so I didn't have what the orchestra is playing in the meantime in my pause perfectly in my head. So this is what I want to work on. Also what I want to work on is the yom pa pam pa pa da. Yom pa pam pa pa ram, to have this thing, yeah, the yom pa pam pa pa, the eighth note with 16th notes, the dotted eighth note with 16th note, more spoken, yeah, yom pa pam pa pa, to have all of these four notes, yom pa pam pa, yeah, spoken. So this wasn't good enough. This sounded very clarinetistic. So it was ta ta ti 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 da and pom 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 pa pa da. And for this we need direction in the air, and we also need the perfect subdivision in the head of ya pa 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 ra, ya pa 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 ra. Okay, so I will go one more time. This time I will try without the breath builder, basically to get tension first before breathing in into the lower belly. Yeah, and with tension I mean extreme tension. Yeah. So I might look relaxed, I am not. Here it's very extreme tension. Okay. Here I am relaxed. Okay. This is very important. Okay. Breathe in. Long breath in, by the way. So yeah. In order to play a very long phrase, we need a long in breath. Okay. Now the second time was already better when I played it, but yum pa pam pa pa. Also helps when you sing before you play, okay? So, yum pa pam pa pa. And this articulation form is ending the note with D and starting the next note also with D. So this is the fourth type of articulation from the articulation masterclass that I told you about, that you can sign up in the link below that I will send to you. Yeah, the 4 types of articulation that exist. Ya, da, di, ra, da, 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 di, ra. The so-called spoken articulation. Yeah. Also now I will pay attention to the rhythm a little bit. Yeah, to subdivide this thing. Ya pa 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 pa. Yam pa pam pa pa. That we have exactly 3 16th notes. 1 16th note. 3, 1. Not circa 1.5 eighth notes, but yum yum pa pam pa pa. 1 2 3 1 1 2 3 1 1 1 2 3 1 1 1 2 3 1 1 yum pam 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 pi. Okay. Now I can play the whole phrase also with subdivisions, which I like to do quite many times. Now I notice I get a little bit, maybe too tense for my comfort in my embouchure. Like I want to really, I love playing relaxed with the embouchure. So I'm going back to the air. I will play with the correct air, this phrase, yeah. This version I like even more, yeah? To subdivide everything into 16th notes. So you play da 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 di 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 da 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 di 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 da 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 di 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 da da bum ba pa da 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 ti ra. And with this method, you can be 100% sure that all notes are coming at the right time, yeah? because you will not by accident already go to the next note after you just played 3, because you know you need to play 4 in order to have a quarter note. So yeah, one more time. Now, in order to fix that the pauses in this excerpt are exactly the right duration, I would like to sing it once and to sing as well the pauses, yeah, to know what the orchestra is playing. Okay, so basically, di da 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 di da di da da di pa pam pa pa di pa di da di da 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 da. Okay, so we evaluated that the orchestra is playing da di da di da da da, and we come out of this tension back into the solo. Yeah, so basically we end the first phrase like this, yeah? Yeah, we kind of answer to the echo that the orchestra gave us, because we have, and then the orchestra, yeah. Okay, now next phrase. Yeah, also here, same thing that the orchestra does, like answering this last phrase that we did. Then next phrase. Yeah, so we have the oboe coming in, if I remember correctly. So here the oboe part would actually play and then we come again out of this ending of the phrase that the oboe created. Yeah, so we can start the next phrase in this style because it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the oboe is and then we're just starting to build again. Yeah, so it's very important to know what happens in the pauses. We can't just take sheet music and read the notes and expect the jury, yeah, the notes were correct. No, you can actually really hear if someone knows what is happening inside the orchestra during the excerpt. Yeah, if the oboe plays you enter in a very specific character that fits the ending of the oboe. Yeah, and this ending of the oboe has to be in your head, basically. Yeah, so I will play this one more time. now in the end I wasn't satisfied again with the stability and the calmness. So I'm going back to the breath builder to solve the problem, basically. Yeah? And in the last phrase, I would also like to, go down much more into the pianissimo, which I didn't do yet. I didn't take the risk. Like, I know I should do it, but I wasn't able to take the risk, or I didn't take it in the moment now where I was recording. So I really want on the A, yeah, create a special sound and a special atmosphere, color change that will be noticeable to others. Yeah, so I will do this one more time with the more comfortable air to play with. Yeah, so the piano was already better, but the A's weren't enough detached from each other. I felt I was doing legato, like da, da, da. But I want them more detached, basically. Yeah. Okay, good. So I will play the last phrase one last time. I will try now different setting on the breath builder. Basically, I will close the two biggest holes. Basically, it's going to be a bit more tough. So the airstream is going to be a little bit faster still if you're going to close two holes. And I will just see what difference it makes. Usually I prefer the other setting, but now why not? Yeah, I'll try to see the difference. Okay, yeah, and there you have it. So basically, this is the way I would go and practice an excerpt like this. This is the way I practice on an everyday basis. Yeah, I play the stuff and then I listen to it and I feel what I'm doing wrong. Then I try to solve the problems. Yeah, and if you feel, by the way, if you feel that you're stuck more and more just with basic clarinetistic issues, and you can't even go to this point where you play something through completely and you're gonna listen to it and work on it musically, but you're still stuck with, I don't know what is articulation, I don't know what is air support, I don't know what even the embouchure is doing, yeah? Like stuff that is really easy to fix, basically, yeah? I've created a website for this issue. It's called clarinet-masterclass.com, and at the moment there's a 50% discount because we are still in the live version where we are creating the whole project. It's going to be a really cool project with hopefully hundreds of exercises coming in over the next month that will fix all of your clarinetistic problems so that you can practice also in a way that is making music, yeah, because this is why we practice clarinet in the first way. Yeah, we chose the clarinet to make beautiful music, like this Brahms third symphony movement. We want to be able to play it and to touch people emotionally in the concert halls. So not knowing how to articulate doesn't quite add into this concept. Yeah, so if you still have these clarinetistic problems and you want to get rid of them fast, yeah, please sign up for the gold membership. Link is also down in the description. There on the website I share all the exercises that will get rid of these problems and will help you become a much better player and actually go from a good player to a great player in a short amount of time. I wish you now a lovely day. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks for joining, and